Hey, how's it going, guys? We are back with the newest Star Wars. I was about to say Marvel, not Marvel. The newest Star Wars Disney Plus series, and this is the official series premiere of the book of Boba Fett, carrying on directly from season 2 of The Mandalorian. In like for which the post credit scene of the finale was literally Boba and Fennec finding their way back onto Tatooine, and reclaiming and him essentially reclaiming or both of them essentially reclaiming Jabba's kind of throne and taking out any obstacles in their way and reclaiming the throne. And then that was when it was announced, the Book of Boba Fett coming this year. So it's finally here. The first episode, the series premiere, is finally here. So there was, I think there's been two trailers released. I think there was an official trailer like a month or two ago, and then I think maybe there might have been like a teaser before that. But yeah, I didn't like immediately get the chance to react to the actual trailer itself, but I did still manage to catch it in my own time, and it looked really intriguing, it looked really great, and it looked like a really kind of fun time, and a great kind of return to Boba and his newest kind of adventures within the Star Wars universe. So that seems fun, and always I cannot expect. I mean, I am lucky enough to still be catching up on. I mean, it feels weird to say I'm lucky enough to be catching up on it, but I'm still lucky enough to be able to enjoy Ming-Na Wen over on Agents of Shield as the glorious Melinda May. So, and I've been nothing but grateful for her character and her presence in the universe as Fennec Shand from in both The Mandalorian. You might remember I um yeah, some of you may remember. So, those of you who probably still cared probably might remember that I actually did do a reaction to the series to the series premiere of the Bad Batch. I did do a reaction to the the very first episode of that, and then I personally kind of dropped off the bandwagon of reactors actually keeping up with that show. And I think the first season is now fully out and releasing everything. So yeah, it's it's been a fun time. I think I mean, besides from that show, then kind of slowly kind of being added onto the backlog of stuff that I had to catch up on. I'm not even personally sure what really happened. I think I just kind of got bogged down with a bunch of other stuff, and then it just kind of, rather unfortunately, I kind of fell behind it more than I actually liked. And I think, it just didn't really kind of, keep up with the times as well as it should have. So, rest assured, those reactions are most definitely coming back. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much it really means now, but still, rest assured, I am working on bringing those reactions back. So that is making a return too. And I think yet again, I mean, it should be. I mean, this one should be somewhat simpler, but I think Clone Wars too. I think I've mentioned it before that I'm going to get into Clone Wars. And into the show. I think I actually mentioned before that I was planning on doing reactions too. So that is something potentially worth keeping an eye out for in 2022 and in the new year. Maybe to actually start seeing some reactions for Clone Wars starting to drop. So hopefully I can actually get into that too. Then catch up on the Bad Batch as well. I am aware that Fennec actually did have like a cameo on the Bad Batch too, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that because that was set during Order 66, because that was set during Order 66 way back when. I'm pretty sure that's actually like a prequel to any of the Fennec stuff we see on Mandalorian. So I think that might be like her earlier kind of presence in the universe and in the story and everything. So I think don't really have too much to worry about there. But just in case there are any references to Clone Wars or Bad Batch in this, goes out saying if they'll probably fly past my head. I mean, they might sound, I mean, to me, like they might sound very, very kind of important or intriguing, but besides from that, chances are I'm not going to be able to actually decipher them. So just be aware of that going in. If I don't immediately catch on to any details like that, then that's why. But regardless, these are the adventures of Boba Fett and Fennec Shand on Tatooine following the events of Mandalorian season 2. So I'm very excited to see what they get up to and what this series has to offer us and everything. And I'm trusting this might be a multi-season series too. This series as well. I'm trusting that this might get picked up for season 2. I mean, episode 1 has literally already just come out, so maybe we should just wait and see exactly what this first season alone holds in store for us and how it kind of carries the new kind of stories and how it carries on Boba's continued presence and everything. So yeah, but I think the trailer kind of showed off the basic premise being that he's there, he's establishing new rule, establishing new order. He's gonna be a very different kind of leader and like a much more kind of like he's gonna try and earn his respect in a very very different way than the fear that Jabba actually kind of demanded from his kind of subordinates and everything. He's actually gonna like Boba's actually gonna try and be like a more respectful, more more kind of like, you know, decent kind of leader and everything. So not to say he won't try and take you out if you cross him, like if you piss him off, if you object him, if you object him, if you know don't follow his rules, then he will probably he and or Fennec will likely be more than happy to take you off the board if you're gonna try and mess around in his new town. But besides from that, I think he is going to try and be like a different leader, and I think it's going to be like a maybe shining like a maybe like in different ways, like shining both a new and also like a familiar light on Boba Fett too, for people who are familiar with his stories in other works too. So should be fun getting to explore that as well. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else there is to really say about this, but especially me being as kind of, you know, as exclusive to Star Wars media to the movies as I am. Like, you know, I'm not really kind of familiar with too many of the kind of external works or any of the additional kind of works that you really kind of gotta dig through to catch on to deeper lore and everything. But still a Star Wars fan. I'm still here to enjoy this as best as I can and to, you know, offer up my own thoughts and experience it the way that, you know, everyone wants it to be experienced and everything. I think it's actually Robert Rodriguez who's actually like directing. I don't know if he's directing this whole thing, but I think he's directing like the majority of it. I think he's probably directing the premiere and the finale of it too, and maybe some other episodes. But I think like similar to the Mandalorian, I don't know if Deborah Chow's going to be working on this, because I think Deborah Chow's I think she's busy with the Obi-Wan series coming. I think she's actually busy with that one. So I don't know if she's actually done anything for this, but I think for this one, I think I've heard that similar to the Mandalorian, like there are going to be other directors coming in and pitching in and actually doing their part for different episodes here and there too. But for the most part, I think it actually is like an actual Robert Rodriguez kind of, you know, produced kind of series too. So he's directed some really phenomenal episodes of The Mandalorian, so nothing but high hopes and really, you know, grounded expectations in that regard. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. So hopefully we can all enjoy this together, and hopefully I can actually keep up with this series this time. But yeah, either way, I am excited to watch this show and to share all these thrills with you guys. So let's get into it. So the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 1, Chapter 1. So this reaction will be, you know, you guys know the drill by now, this reaction will just be the fair use version, but if you want the full-length version, then that one will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. That would be just as much fun. So, yeah, the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 1. Let's go. Oh, a stormtrooper. Oh, so he's not the only one who's actually come down here. Or fallen down here. Oh. Oh. Oh, gee, he's gonna burn his way out. He's gonna burn his way out. Oh, that is a hell of a view. Jesus. Already loving the music. Already loving the music. Oh, was it the Jawas? The Jawas, right? I'm pretty sure they're the Jawas. Yeah, because they had the armor. They had his armor back in Season 2. I think they had it, and then I think the other Timothy Oliphant's character, his sheriff dude, he got his hands on it afterwards too. Damn, dude, what he just had is he just got stripped naked in the desert. Well, not naked, but he just got stripped in the desert. He just got stripped in the desert. Oh. Oh, sure. Because he definitely got other clothes. He got like other clothes, and he got his actual staff thing, so he clearly got that from somewhere, his other robes. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's his staff, the thing that one has there. Yeah, that's the staff he has. Oh, so did they like nurse him back to life? Did the Tuskens take him in and actually nurse him back? Because again, the first time we see him, he is wearing their robes and he has their weapons and everything, so either he beat the crap out of them and broke out, or they actually nursed him back to life. The Book of Boba Fett. Chapter 1, Stranger in a Strange Land. I like it. I like it. They can drink through those masks, really? They can do that? Oh no. Yeah, you want to be careful. Oh. No, he doesn't want to be careful. He doesn't want to be careful. Oh god, it's like, even he just like, dude, what are you doing? Oh. Oh, damn, he got it. He got it in a headlock. Oh. Damn, Boba. I think pretty sure he just knocked down unconscious and didn't actually kill it. Pretty sure, yeah. Damn, Boba is good, even in this condition. Yeah, you wanna escape with him? Oh, no, he wants to snitch him out. He wants to. Oh boy, yeah, okay. Oh god, the Tuskens are all coming after him now. Okay, no. The Rodian was like, you know what, you do what you want, but I mean, Rodian could have easily let him go. He didn't have to actually, you know. Rodian could have easily let him go, I feel. But no, just wanted to be a bit of a snake. I don't think we've ever had a face reveal for the Tuskens. I don't think we've actually seen who they are underneath. I mean, I don't know, maybe not. I think unless it was in the prequels, because weren't they the ones who kidnapped Anakin's mother as well? I think unless it was in that one, I think, maybe. Oh. Oh. Oh, we know for a fact that can be a pretty brutal weapon. He massacred the stormtroopers with it in Season 2, so we know it can be a pretty harsh weapon.
Wake up, boss.
Fennec! Hey, there she is. Time to wake up. Okay. The story definitely isn't over. The story definitely is not over, so I don't know if that's going to be exclusive to openings for the episodes, or if it's going to be filtered throughout. Either way. Yeah, oh, that's of him. Oh, he has the knee rocket things back. Okay, is this like a refurbished suit then, or is it? Because I think he must have cleaned it up, right? He must have cleaned it, polished it a bit, and restocked. There's the helmet. Yeah, that is definitely a refurbished suit. That is a refurbished suit.
1,000 tidings to the new daimyo. An honor to be welcomed to Mos Espa by you, Doxterasi. May you never leave Mos Espa.
That is the shadiest tone of voice, one of the shadiest tones of voice I've ever heard.
Ocean pays you a compliment, it sounds like.
Yeah, that is the shadiest tone of voice I've ever heard in my life. Yeah.
Only tribute I bear is the mayor's heartfelt welcome, which I express in his stead.
On his behalf?
So you bring no tribute?
The mayor's heartfelt welcome.
Oh, just saying welcome.
Regrets that he's been drawn away by pressing matters, milady.
I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
Shall I kill him?
I mean, it'd be easy. It'd be really easy.
Of your leave unmolested.
Apologies and appreciation.
Oh, you better appreciate
May
that.
take it differently, but I shall indeed convey your sentiment.
Well, he's given us this little. It's only fair he gets his little back.
Once bodyguards to Jabba the Hutt, and later Bib Fortuna. They did not surrender even after their patron was killed.
So they're loyal to
They were
the
captured alive
predecessors.
as a tribute to you, Lord Fett.
Would you be loyal to me if I were to spare you?
It would be. That would be. Yeah. Because he needs loyalty more than just respect.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, not more than, but still. If they can work for him as well, then I think it would send an interesting message.
They're used to seeing the Hutts paraded around the streets.
Well, he's not the Hut. He's
Things would go a
Boba.
lot
He's the
smoother
Fett.
if they accepted their ways.
Oh, they're playing the Cantina. I can sense some of the notes. Yeah, they're playing the Cantina theme.
Would you like your helmet serviced and cleaned while you wait for Madame Garson?
No.
Sure. Here, take both of us. Things will go a lot smoother if
Oh, they're gonna get along swimmingly. They're gonna get along swimmingly. Yes, Jennifer Beals. Jennifer Beals is in this show. Really excited for her. Jennifer Beals. Yeah.
I wasn't carried on a litter. I walk on my own 2 feet.
Apologies.
He's a very independent man who carries himself literally everywhere.
And thank you for the gracious introduction and for making the long journey to visit our establishment. It is our little slice of paradise.
There's something inside it. Oh, money. Is that actually? Oh, they've given them money too. Right, so that's their tribute. That's their tribute. That is how you do a tribute. That is how you do a tribute. You show respect. You welcome them in. Yeah.
I can make the rounds without you. Jabba rarely left his chambers.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
In difficult times, fear is a sure bet.
It's a risky game to play though. Whoa. Assassins? Are these assassins? They look like assassins. Yeah, oh, they have definite assassin vibes. Oh, fucking Jawas. God damn it. They're taking all the money. Oh. Literally, who are these guys? Are these guys loyal to Jabba and or Bib still? Are they not fans of Boba or Fennec? Oh. Oh, the bodyguards. Yeah, see? The bodyguards are loyal. The bodyguards are still loyal. Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't kill them, huh? Yeah. They still come in. They come in kicking. Yeah. There we go. There we go. You get him, boys. You get him. There we go. Oh. Jesus. That was good. That was good. Oh, yes. Fennec. Oh no, Boba. It's not the greatest sign when your new leader gets attacked on like his first day, or at least one of his first days. Oh, that is a... That's a good sign. You mess with the leader, that's what happens. You mess with the leader, that's what happens. That's a good sign. Yeah.
Alive.
Yeah, bring them back alive. They gotta answer for their crimes. And these guys have to be legit assassins, right? Yeah, like doing Assassin's Creed but in Star Wars. Jesus. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, they had throwing stars too. Can she still ambush them? Can she still catch them? Yeah, she can ambush them. She can catch them. She can catch them. Oh. Oh. Well, she brought one back alive. That was enough. That was still enough. At least one of them. Oh, the Rodian is still there too. The Rodian is still with him. Yeah. Is that Timothy Oliphant's character? Is that... I can't remember what his name is. What his name was in the last season. I can't remember who he was, but that has to be him, right? Because he was still on the same planet, and that's how he got to the Jawas. Start digging. They gotta start digging.
Dig for that.
Oh,
You
dig.
want me to dig for that.
Oh, dig for that. There's more of that underground.
Water. You want me to dig for water?
Dig for water. Well, in this climate, it would be the most ambitious thing to dig for. Oh, he found it. He found one. Okay.
Hard feelings, mate.
Very hard feelings. You bonked him on the head. Very hard feelings. Damn, Rodian just keeps finding stuff. The Rodian just keeps finding them. Keeps finding it. Has Boba found anything? Has he just been digging in the same spot for like hours? He's not finding anything at all? Oh, he's found one. He's found one. Okay, he's found one. Oh. Whoa!
I need some water.
Yeah, he needs water if he's gonna dig for you. He needs to nourish himself too. Oh god.
You could have both escaped if you didn't sound the alarm.
Or you could have just, you know, been like, hey, ain't my business. If you want to escape, you can escape.
Your snout closed.
Yeah. Oh, that is a big thing. What is that? No. Oh. 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 Oh, is it that same monster from season 1? Or no, season 2 even. No, this is different. This is so different. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Okay, he's definitely dead. Brody's definitely dead. Jeez, he's got hind legs and forward legs and all sorts of legs. Oh, he's gonna ride it. He's gonna start riding. Can he tame it? Can he tame it? Oh. 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 Yeah, he's gonna have to choke it out. Gonna have to choke it out. Damn, Boba the Beast. Boba the frickin' Beast. Yeah. Oh, they literally beheaded it. They literally beheaded it. Okay. Oh, okay. No taming what's dead. Then yeah, I figured if he could tame it, then he could probably ride it into battle or something. But no, they just beheaded it. I guess rip to the Rhodian too. R.I.P. to the Rhodian as well. I guess. He's not taking credit for that kill, is he? Because that was all Boba. That was all Boba. I don't think he can take. Is he taking credit for it? Is he taking credit for that kill? Really? Oh, giving him more to finally. You know, he knows deep down. Yeah, there's no way that kid did all of that work. You definitely took down this beast, and you deserve the drink that comes with it. Oh, that's the end. Oh, okay. That was a nice one. Written by Jon Favreau. Okay, so Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni have any involvement with this? I think maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni. Yeah, so Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are both involved extensively in this one. Okay. Okay. I'm liking the music. I'm very much liking the music choice with this. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that running in the background. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Sarah Haley Finn casting for this. I think did she do casting for The Mandalorian as well? Because I think the only thing I'm aware of that she does casting for is the MCU stuff. But I don't know if she actually did casting for Star Wars too. I think maybe the movies, but I'm not sure if she actually did the casting for the Disney Plus stuff. But either way, that's cool. That's cool. Sarah Haley Finn as well. She is flawless. So yeah. Okay then, that was. I think it felt like a fairly short for an episode. I think it didn't really feel like it stretched past like half an hour, maybe 40 minutes at most. I think it felt suitable for like an actual kind of TV show episode itself, and especially perhaps even for an opener, it was kind of appropriately kind of concise and compact and everything. So that felt cool. But that was an interesting premiere. That was a really interesting series premiere. Like even for me, who like someone whose knowledge and kind of whose knowledge of the lore on Boba Fett is pretty exclusive to the movies and also his appearance in The Mandalorian itself. Even for me, I am super intrigued by the show. I really want to see where they take this, and I'm really curious to see what else they could actually do with it. And I think like the way that this episode actually was played out to, of actually kind of like giving us both like his actual kind of catch up history with his escape from the Sarlacc pit from way back when too, because I'm pretty sure that escape from the Sarlacc pit was actually from way back when from in the movie, and then it was actually showing him escaping from there, but then obviously with the visuals too, actually updating it for like a more modern kind of execution. So that was really cool, and actually showing how like where he's been, what he's done, how he's kind of gotten here and everything, and how he's fought and stuff. So I think eventually, I mean, I don't believe it probably really should take the entire season, but I think maybe like for the next couple of episodes at least for the next couple of episodes we might see him doing more, because I think he's clearly been on Tatooine a while. He's been on Tatooine a while. I think they didn't really even actually show exactly how long after his initial descent into the pit was that it was that he actually kind of came out in, because I think for all we know it could have been years or something. So I mean his I think our first time seeing him was actually once he was fully recovered as well. Like by the time we saw him in The Mandalorian season 2, he was fully recovered. He was watching Mando ride off into the sunset with his armor, and he actually had his own robes, and he had the same. He had like essentially the equipment and then the kind of stuff the Tuskens would have actually given him by that time. So I think it's fair to say that with each different kind of segment of that kind of time, there's been enough time between those segments too. So, I think they're kind of being vague enough that we can kind of guess, but then also kind of like still kind of building up to something a bit more kind of building up to something that actually will make more sense like further down the line. But right now I think their focus clearly isn't like how long, but like just like okay, here's what happened and here's how it happened and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. And I think for an opener as well, I think it's always kind of fun to I think especially for the context that this series follows, it's fun to see them kind of actually going the route of actually kind of meshing the flashbacks in with the actual present day stuff. And I think that we experience the flashbacks the same way that he does. Like he has them as dreams. He even told Fennec when he actually came over, he's been having dreams again. So I think he only has them as dreams. He remembers when he's under what happened and how he got here and everything. So I think it's like for us, it's that exact same experience of like, you know, we see what he sees when he sees it. So that's like, I think story wise, that's actually like a nice enough kind of storytelling technique, and then like a nice enough kind of viewing experience to actually have in terms of actually kind of discovering things along with the character and actually remembering things as well. So that's really cool. You know, especially again, like just given how much more limited my knowledge on the character and his backstory is, like to like very kind of like kind of like semi minute kind of properties too. Because I think Star Wars in itself is like again is I probably mentioned this before, but Star Wars in itself is now a fairly expansive property. Like we've had like anime, like tons of animated series, we've had different movies, we've had video games, we've had comic books, we've had all these different, like it's a huge universe to get into, and it's like, you know, I think for me it's got the same energy as the actual Marvel. It's, for me it's got the same energy as like the Marvel kind of comics universe too. Like if you want to get into the comics, it's like God, like where do you start? Who do you start with? How deep do you go? And everything. So that I feel like with Star Wars too, there's so many different characters, so many different stories, so many. I don't know if there are different timelines, but I think I doubt it, because I think maybe different timelines in the sense of when and where stuff happens, but I think I'm pretty sure that Star Wars doesn't follow any kind of like an actual multiverse kind of thing. I'm pretty sure everything that happens, it happens inside the space of one universe and one galaxy and everything, but it's like a huge fucking huge fucking galaxy. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, with Star Wars, I think the tagline is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So I think it's still one, like, all in one galaxy. But then I don't know. I mean, when they say galaxy, I don't know if they actually mean one giant galaxy, or if they're just kind of using it like if they're using it perhaps interchangeably with like constellation or something, because the constellation is meant to be bigger than galaxy. So I don't know, but either way, a lot of stuff happens. A lot of people are in this kind of universe and in this franchise and in this kind of story, and they all do all sorts of different things, and they have all sorts of different connections. So yeah, if I want to study Boba Fett properly, then there's a lot of stuff I need to get into. And again, not saying I won't, but it will take time, and you know, time needs to be everyone's best friend in that regard. So that's cool. But still, regardless, I'm, you know, endlessly intrigued by Boba Fett. I think ever since they brought him back into the Mandalorian in the fashion and in the way that they did too, I think I've been kind of intrigued to see exactly like what they do with him and stuff. And so this series is pretty much the perfect kind of re-entry into his story and into his character, and then the kind of perfect re-entry into this kind of chapter of the kind of his story, and of course like the story of the universe too. So yeah, but rest assured, I will kind of check out other stuff, like definitely checking out Clone Wars, and definitely checking out like any other kind of like properties he might be in, when I get the chance to. But I think in terms of actually seeing things, I think Clone Wars might just be my like higher on my list, and it might be a bit more on priority, because I think that's also like a bit more easily accessible too. Like it's right there on Disney Plus in all. I think it's 7 seasons, like six or 7 seasons. So there's that. But you know, the flashbacks were really cool, and the flashbacks were really well done. So I think his escape from the Sarlacc, you know, I think probably our first ever time actually seeing, unless there's been like an interpretation like somewhere else in the universe, then I think probably our first time actually seeing the inside of the Sarlacc pit too. So I think actually seeing the inside, it's all kind of gooey and fleshy, and it's like an actual living kind of organism under there and everything. I think there's a stormtrooper did not get as lucky as Thingy too. I wonder maybe if that's what happens when you stay in there too long too. Like maybe Boba literally also got lucky too. Like, I mean, because I think he was in there, but I think maybe he just got like knocked unconscious, or he just kind of like passed out once he was in there. But then he woke up soon enough and he found his way out. But then I think maybe the stormtrooper wasn't so lucky. I think the stormtrooper probably was in there too long, and then eventually just got kind of like digested or like kind of connected to the Sarlacc in a much more lethal way. So then, you know, Boba was lucky enough to actually use different tactics to actually escape and get out with his life still in his hands and everything. So I'm curious as to whether or not that really was the case. There's that. So he managed to escape. But then he still wasn't as lucky afterwards. He got mugged by Jawas. He got mugged to crap by Jawas. They stole his armor. They stole his weapons. They stole just everything. They left him with like a bodysuit kind of style vest in the desert and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a makeup job. Pretty damn sure. Pretty sure. Like, I mean, Temuera Morrison is a great actor, and he's putting off, you know, Boba, and he pulled off Django back in the day flawlessly, and he's pulling off Boba now flawlessly too. But and I think as dedicated as he is to the role, I really don't know if the kind of the actual superiors would actually make him do it, but I'm also sure that B, like he himself would not want to push himself that far where he actually is literally dehydrated, because then he couldn't really perform even as a functioning human being. So I'm pretty sure the dehydration and kind of like skin kind of dryness on him was actually most likely makeup as well. But you know, I mean, any level of method that he did go out, then I guess that's only commendable. But I think for the most part, he like that was actually makeup and not actually him literally kind of dehydrating himself for days on end. So that was cool. But then yeah, he got mugged to crap by Jawas, and I think in terms of that timeline too, I'm pretty sure because I mean. Mandalorian season 1 and 2, I've only really watched those like once after they aired, but then even then that was like a back like the year that they aired. I think pretty sure Mando season 2 came out last year. I'm pretty sure. I think it was this time last year. I'm pretty sure. I think this time this time last year or like earlier this year. Like I think in like in the new year of this year. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty damn sure because then it was actually like fall of 2022 that they actually announced that fall of 21 even fall of 21 that they announced that Boba Fett would be coming out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I think my memories on those episodes and my memories on that kind of timeline as well is kind of vague-ish. And I mean, for me, it's just kind of jumpy because I don't always remember things in the right order. I remember things like just as I kind of remember seeing them and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure. Like I think Timothy Oliphant's character. I can't remember for the life of me what his name was, but I think he played like that kind of sheriff in that kind of small town on Tatooine and everything. So and then I think he might have mentioned or I think it might have been kind of explained that he actually got he got the armor from the Jawas too and stuff. I think either the Jawas or I think were the Tuscans involved in that episode. I can't remember because I think it was I think that was I think I don't know if it was I think it might have been the first episode, right? Because I think that was when Mando was actually sent to Tatooine. He was looking for that was when he began his search for the Jedi. But then he was sent to Tatooine, and then that led him to Timothy Oliphant and everything. So there was that. I think I can't remember if the Tuscans were involved in that. I think they might have been because I think the same kind of like that same I think it was that same kind of scaly lizard creature thing that animal who was in the Mandalorian too, but then I think it was, but then Mando actually managed to tame him. But like Mando actually managed to actually interact with it and tame it, and actually didn't really get off on the wrong foot with it like Boba did. And it's like Boba, just actually sneakily tries to get in like a few scrapes of the rope, and he actually tries to break free as the thing starts creeping closer towards him, and then eventually he just gets in like a headlock and then just pops it right out and everything. So Boba did not get off. As easily with it as Mando did. So pretty much like a very kind of different approach to dealing with the other creatures compared to Mando. So there's that. But pretty sure I think the Tuscans might have been involved in that. But then I think he did get. I think he may or may not have actually gotten the armor off of Jawas by selling something or maybe getting it somewhere. But I think at some point Timothy's character actually got the armor for himself and he dressed up as Boba. Well, I mean, not specifically as Boba, he still kind of got his hands on Boba's armor, and then Mando got it back, and then that's why Boba started hunting him down with Fennec. So there was that. So he was mugged by Jawas, and then left in the desert to just dry out and everything, and then he was rescued by Tuscans, and then Boba was rescued by Tuscans. So dude's had a hell of a journey. Dude has had a hell of a journey. Then yeah, he was rescued by Tuscans, and that was easily the kind of longer period of that kind of space between escape and Mando season 2 reveal and everything. So that was easily the longer period of time and kind of like phase of his time away that he actually experienced. And I think that one was an interesting one. He was chained up and locked up. I think again that Rodian dude again is all like, I mean, again, like it's like, I mean he I think Boba made a point towards the very end, like, you didn't have, if you hadn't sounded the alarm, then we could have both escaped together. But even then, it's like, I mean, Rodian could have easily, I don't know what Rodian was expecting to do. I mean, I'm wondering if maybe the Rodian actually was doing it because maybe he thought he'd get something in return, like maybe, if he, not only doesn't try to escape himself, but then if they actually, warn the Tuskens that Boba, another prisoner, is escaping, then maybe they actually get something in return too. Like, oh, like not only are you a good prisoner, but you're like actually, keeping everyone else in line too. So I think maybe they actually thought they'd get something in return. I mean, knowing the Tuskens, I feel like that just would never happen. Like the only thing you'd get is in trouble with the other prisoners for actually snitching them out and everything. So there's that. So I feel like maybe on the other hand, maybe even if he didn't escape with him, maybe the Rodian could have just, been like, you know what, it's not my business, so you do whatever you need to do, and then, but then he'd probably get in trouble for that. But then he probably would get in trouble for that too, because they'd be like, wow, so he escaped, and you said nothing. You didn't see anything, you didn't say anything, you didn't try and do anything either. So then he probably thought he'd get punished for that too. So yeah, and to be fair, Boba didn't really do anything either. I think Boba threatened to actually choke him with the ankle chains, but then that's as far as he really went. So I think he probably. Maybe, yeah, because I mean, yeah, again, I think deep down too, I think maybe he thought he'd probably, maybe he thought maybe like actually facing a punishment at the hands of the Tuskens would be kind of worse than facing a punishment at the hands of Boba. Like, I mean, with Boba, like they literally saw, Boba not only actually freed himself, but then still managed to find the time and the reflex to actually kind of choke out the Massive and then actually knock it out cold too. So then, if he can do that to that, then like imagine what he could do to the Rodian. But then I think the Rodian was still kind of willing to risk punishment from Boba compared to risking punishment from the actual Tuskens. So yeah, I don't know. I think to be fair, the Rodian didn't even actually kind of think that Boba would really make it back, or maybe he would actually escape or something. So it's like, what, if he escapes, he escapes. If he doesn't, then I guess he'll probably just give me a mouthful when he gets back. So either way, but then the Rodian didn't even survive the end of it. I'm pretty sure like the Rodian did not survive the end of it. I think he was not in that final scene, so he clearly didn't actually make it out in the end. I think he literally just got like his chest crushed into the sand and everything, and he just kind of flopped there lifelessly. So he didn't really last too long against that giant four-armed beast either. So. But yeah, so I think those flashbacks are just him kind of having dreams when he's plugged into. I think what did he call it? He called it something like, I think the Bactopod. I think that was the Bactopod or the Bactopod or something. Because I think he's plugged into. I think that's when his time of actually nourishing. I mean it's I think. I don't know if it's actually water in there or some other kind of like I don't want to call it amniotic fluid, but I don't know if it's either some kind of like cleansing fluid or some kind of like nourishing fluid. But I think he's plugged in. He has like a mouthpiece too, so I think he can breathe through it too. But I think it's just some kind of like actual overall. Because I think in season 2, I think was it season 2? I think I don't know if I think it was season 1, definitely season 1, the season 1 finale. The other droid, the other kind of droid actually had the back to spray that he actually sprayed at the back of Mando's head. I think he actually had like a back to spray because Mando's like the back of the back of Din's head was actually injured from like a blast or something. So then he actually sprayed like an actual liquid like back to spray. So I think I'm wondering if that's maybe the same liquid in Boba's pod here too. Maybe he's actually kind of bathing in that, so it actually kind of heals him over time, and actually because then he suffered like a lot of dehydration and like a lot of kind of skin damage from his time out in the desert and everything. So I'm wondering if maybe like over time, like kind of routine and continuous kind of like periods of rest in that pod has kind of nourished him and actually kind of brought him back to like a better condition over time. So he kind of keeps going in there, he keeps kind of resting and he keeps nourishing and everything. So maybe that's where it is, and it just kind of provides him with like a kind of maybe like a more efficient way to sleep and everything. But then he's still sleeping, so then he still has those dreams and he still remembers what's happened before and everything. So that's when those dreams happen. I think he's been having those dreams. I think he told Fennec specifically that he's been having the dreams again. So I think maybe he's like, I think he's having these dreams on like a loop as well. I mean it's either like a loop of the events between now and his escape from the Sarlacc, or he's been having the dreams again. So or maybe like he's just been experiencing his life from start to finish. In the pod too, so because then I think he wasn't really kind of born naturally. Like he is literally like an actual kind of clone, like an unaltered clone donor from Django himself. So he is I think he was pretty much created in a lab, and he was kind of like born as like I think like an actual teenage boy. So he kind of had like a fairly kind of kind of like intentionally designed kind of start into life itself. So I think there were flashbacks back to that same. I can't remember what the planet was called, but I think in the prequels, like that same planet that he lived on with what were they called? The actual alien race that actually kind of the actual alien race that sanctioned the creation of the clones. I think they ordered. I think well no they no, no they were actually the masters of clone technology. I think what were they called? I think Obi-Wan visited them in the prequels. I think they were the ones who perfected and they had mastered the art of clone tech, and Django was the donor. What were they called? I think what were they called? Do I have to look it up? Do I really have to look it up? I'm gonna look it up. The name really isn't coming to mind right now. I'm gonna have to look it up. What were they called? I think the Camino. I think the thing is it Camino or Camino? I think it might be Camino, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, that's the planet. Yeah, the Camino was actually the planet. Yeah. But what were I think the Kaminoans. I think they might have been called the Kaminoans. Yeah, but I think they were Kamino was the planet, and I think the Kaminoans were actually the one who, they were the ones who actually again like they mastered the art and the science of actually building and designing clones and everything. And then Django, like the bounty hunter Django, was actually the one that they found as the perfect donor, perfect donor, the perfect match to actually build an army out of, which was what was actually sanctioned. So yeah, so I think flashbacks to that planet too, like that planet with like all the constant rainstorms and that whole kind of space station out on the water and everything. Um, so flashbacks to like where he grew up, where he was born, and that kind of home and everything. So he has flashbacks to that. I mean, I don't know if that meant we'd actually get like a flashback to the actual movies itself, like maybe him watching his. I mean, we did get. I think no, we did kind of get a flashback to him seeing his dad die too. I think him seeing his dad die at the hands of Mace, and him actually going out and picking up his dad's helmet and everything. So me. I'm kind of left here wondering if his dad's head was in this. I mean, it's a pretty dark thought to have, but I think I'm kind of still stuck here wondering, like, was his dad's head still in the helmet, or did that kind of roll off on its own somewhere? I think because then that would be even more traumatic to see, like, his dad's head having be if his dad's head was still in the helmet, then that would be even more traumatic to see. But then if his dad's head actually did it still roll out somewhere, there's no chance he didn't catch that. Like he just suddenly sees his dad's face with a blank expression, like a dead face on the ground, but then the helmet is all he really picks up or something. But either way, he had a flashback to that. He had a flashback to him losing his dad too. So there was indeed that. So safe to say, I think he is just kind of re-experiencing and revisiting different kind of moments of importance and possibly even trauma in his life too. So yeah, he's really having a go of it. He's really having a rough go of it. So not the most peaceful sleep, but still like an actual physically nourishing sleep. So he is actually rebuilding his strength. He's rebuilding his his state of physical self and everything. So that much is good. That's good. So he is also back to being a crime lord on Tatooine too. I think he's in Mos Espa. And he was happily kind of accepting tributes and stuff and new warm welcomes from anyone who was willing to, or anyone who actually wanted to give it to him. Some had more to give than others. Like that kind of, I think that mayor dude's kind of spokesperson, or his kind of the guy sent on his behalf, just had nothing but warm welcomes. And apparently he wanted Boba to pay him too. So not exactly the kind of just I think not even I mean last minute in the sense that like that's like he reveals that's what the thing is at the last minute, but then for them that was all. I think that was probably what they always kind of planned to do anyway. So I think because I think even the trailer did show us that there are some people who are still loyal, like beyond just the bodyguards. I mean the bodyguards made a switcheroo that I'll get around to in a minute, but I think the trailer definitely kind of showed us hints of different kind of actual political leaders and different actual kind of people who would kind of oppose this and who were still loyal to people who I think some who were still loyal to Jabba and eventually to Bib too, but then also those who were loyal to Jabba but then also kind of felt strong enough to oppose him and felt that like his like Jabba's death then kind of gave them the kind of feeling that they could take the throne for themselves, but then Bib came along and so they had to step down again, but then now, it's like they just keep watching other people take the throne and eventually they want to be the one on top too. So I think the trailer kind of gave us a little glimpse at that kind of opposition too, like people who actually keep seeing other people take the throne, but then actually kind of still kind of keep some kind of pseudo loyalty in the hopes that they'll actually get something in return for it, and they have loyalty for the sake of having that kind of reciprocation too. So it's going to be interesting seeing how Boba eventually comes up against that too, and how he deals with them, and how he actually kind of goes with them, especially because I think the trailer even actually showed us this, that Boba explicitly stating that he is going to be different from he's gonna be different than what Jabba ever was. Jabba ruled through fear and punishment and stuff like that, and he's gonna try and be like the actual best man he can be. He's gonna try and rule through respect, and he's gonna punish as necessary. He's not just gonna let people get off scot free with whatever they want. He's gonna punish accordingly. He's gonna punish to send the right message. He's gonna punish as necessarily as he needs to, and he's gonna have Fennec do whatever she needs to do to maintain peace and order as well. But then he's still gonna try and be like a firm but fair ruler and everything. So. I think I've heard that side is I've heard that side is actually kind of like it is more of a more closer adaptation of the character of him in stuff like comic books and stuff like other kind of outside of actual visual media and everything, like outside of TV shows and movies and everything. So that one is actually something that people who read comics or people who actually watch like other kind of interpretations of him might be more familiar with. So I think that's the version they're adapting for this. I think that's really kind of interesting to know. So it does kind of make me curious as to see if there's anything I should get into, but then also like if I think probably kind of like if I should check it out, like either during the series' run or if I should check it out after the season ends and see how it differs or how close it is or how how much they actually did bother to adapt and stuff. So that's cool. But I think definitely offers up, and I think it definitely feels like it probably could match up too, because I think I mean I feel like Django definitely had like his own kind of issues as his own kind of actual kind of characteristics as an antagonist in the prequels, and that's why the whole kind of fight happened. And that's why he was there protecting the antagonist in that one too. But then I don't know if Boba shares the exact same sentiments, because I think his father died when he was really young. So I think chances are he's in Clone Wars probably being raised by completely different people too. So I think maybe like he didn't turn out to be the exact same he didn't turn out to be the exact same man that his father was too. Like I think his line in Mando season 2 is like he's just a simple man trying to make his way through the galaxy. So he's an independent man. He's trying to survive on his own, but that doesn't mean that he's as ruthless as his father before him, or he's as ruthless as anyone else who's out there. So this could easily be exactly the man he's meant to be, or exactly the man he wants to be. Like he wants to be someone who makes sense, and he's actually like he doesn't strike fear into the hearts of anyone who doesn't deserve it, or who shouldn't learn to fear important people. But yeah, I think it definitely feels like it's like an appropriate way to go with his character, and like I think even in season 2 he wasn't needlessly ruthless or brutal. I mean he was brutal with the stormtroopers as he needed to be, but he wasn't like needlessly ruthless or aggravating or anything like that. He worked really well and really greatly with both Mando and Fennec, and he even helped get the kid back, and even helped like doing his own thing. He used his tech and his stuff with the team and everything. Like he was a great team player as he needed to be, and he definitely kind of worked as like an actual kind of side character and as an actual protagonist in that sense. So I think seeing that kind of character, seeing those kind of characteristics and that kind of character journey being continued into this too, him and Fennec working alongside together this time, feels right, and it feels like it's actually something that's kind of being appropriately carried on from his previous kind of screen time as well. So that seems cool. But he is back to being a crime lord now. So I think maybe even him being like a crime lord too. I think maybe he is kind of like he's not really kind of. I mean he's a crime lord, but I think he did still say he's gonna redefine like the world that Boba built. He's gonna maintain the Empire, but then he's gonna redefine it too. He's gonna keep the Empire running, maybe like hopefully even elevate it to something greater. But then, maybe somewhere down the line elevate it. But I think for now he's just focused on actually maintaining the Empire that Jabba built, but then actually redefining it in his own image, actually making people aware of the new rules and aware of the new standards that he's gonna set, and aware of who he is and what kind of leader he's gonna be. So there is definitely that. But then I think even Fennec kind of had like an interesting analysis of her own, like even her understanding the world that I think even her like not only understanding the world that Jabba had built, but just how firm it stood on that kind of ground too. Like there's a reason that Boba may well just faced opposition, especially like oh god, what happened in the town square too. I mean, the one good thing was him actually going to that to the actual restaurant. To I think to what was it? I think the restaurant of Madame Garsa Fwip, played by Jennifer Beals. I remember seeing her in the actual trailer and actually being so excited that she's actually in this too. Jennifer Beals is amazing. She's amazing in whatever she's in. So I'm really kind of excited to see exactly how much of her we'll see in this, and how kind of like how integral she'll be, how involved she will be, almost knocked over my water, how involved she'll be in this season, in this story, and how like, cause I think, I think with her likely having easily one of the biggest establishments, and one of the busiest kind of establishments too, I think she and her being a part of Mos Espa, and her being a part of this kind of new kind of underworld, kind of now under the maintenance of Boba Fett too. I feel like she may well have a big part to play. She has like a lot to say, and she'll get a lot of say hopefully in this as well. So seeing what she gets up to will be fun, and seeing how she contributes as well. How she contributes will be fun, and even her actually even her giving the warmest welcome, even her actually giving both Fennec and Boba the warmest welcome. Actually go like sending two other people in to actually clean the helmets and to polish them up, and then even actually filling them with money too, money which the Jar was later stole and everything, but still, she easily gave the warmest and richest kind of tribute of them all. So she really cared, and she was like, hey, welcome to Mos Espa, and actually welcome to my fine establishment and everything. So she knows how to treat her guests, and she knows how to welcome them properly and everything. So that was cool. But that was easily the best one. But then I think the assassin attack later on in the town square actually just showed exactly. I think that kind of showed exactly what Fennec means too. I think like Fennec understands that not only is this the kind of world that Jabba has built and left behind as part of his legacy, but that's exactly the kind of world that Boba is going to be coming up against. And it's like, it's not just about people who might oppose him and his rule, but it's about people who actually might oppose so directly and so strongly that they either attack him themselves, or they even send assassins after him. Because I think those guys definitely had assassin vibes. They wore masks and had high-tech weapons and flanked them, and like really gave them like an actual run for their money until the bodyguards came in. The bodyguards, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that is easily the biggest kind of the most the most elegant display of actual kind of like actual mercy being fortuitous actually being shown on screen too. Like I think even the way they're described as being like oh, these guys were both kind of super loyal to both Bib and even to Jabba way back when too. So I think these guys are easily the most loyal to them, and they kind of refuse to stand down or to actually bow down to this new person without without being shown that Boba deserves respect either. And I think I think Boba then giving them a chance was what really turned them around too. Like, because I think that they were likely also fully expecting like I will never bow down to Boba. He can kill me before I bow down to him. But then Boba being like what if I did spare your life and actually let you work for me? Like would you then take on that position freely and strongly and with passion, or would you still just kind of like would you just, is it that you really don't want to work for me, or is it that you need to actually kind of like actually be given a chance to prove yourself, or for me to prove myself? So I think Boba actually telling them like I'll spare your life if you work for me, and if you actually earn your keep that way, then that'll be good. And then, of course, lo and behold, they come through in the very end. They come flying in with kicks and punches and everything. They actually take out the assassins, and they help take out the assassins. They actually help fight back, and it's like a team of like 4v4 or 5 or 6 or whatever. So they came through. Like two beautiful bodyguards. So they really came through. So that was cool. That was fun, and then they even actually got they even got Boba back to safety, back to his pod, and even actually got him in and turned him on and everything. So I think they easily, I think what definitely kind of makes it easier to kind of handle is the fact that we never saw them opposing him. I think we saw them being taken in. We saw them having been captured and being taken in on chains, and them kind of being kind of reluctant at first, but then upon being given the chance to live and to actually serve a new leader who was actually worthy of their respect, then they actually did really turn around and actually kind of did offer their full allegiance and offer their full support and everything, and they actually did do as they were asked and everything. So I think that's just like the clearest kind of sign of actual obedience and loyalty being kind of earned and stuff. So that was really cool. And then Fennec actually went after the rest of the assassins, and actually, I mean, he said alive, but he never really said how many. So I think she, the way she saw it, said, okay, one of you can just go 40 deaths off the side of the roof, but then this one, you're coming with me. So he never said how many. He just said alive. So if at least one comes back alive, then hopefully they all had the same information, and hopefully they weren't smart enough to divide the information up between them. So I think hopefully the one that she brings back has everything that they need to know and everything. So hopefully they're not that smart to actually try and kind of resist interrogation or anything like that. But that's the whole thing. So I think that is exactly what Fennec was afraid of too. I think like just kind of like a combination of things, like the kind of the legacy that Jabba's built, what he's left behind, and also the people who will definitely oppose Boba's new rule, but also the extent that they will go to in order to oppose it, and also like the lengths they will go to voice that particular opinion, and how far they'll go to try and get him off the throne so they can get on, or someone else can get on. So she kind of did have like a valid point, but then I think even Boba being like, you think even Boba being steadfast in his own kind of way of doing things is also like a, kind of like a sign of like a good enough leader too. Like he knows what he wants, and yeah, and I think maybe he has some idea of how to get it, but I think now he just kind of has to see if that way is gonna work in Mos Espa as well. I keep having to do. I don't know. It's not a name that's actually sticking in my head for right now. So keep having to actually look down to remind myself. Oh yeah, Mos Espa. So yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how Boba really kind of really cements his place, and how exactly how hard or easy it will be to actually take back Mos Espa and actually take back Jabba's throne and his kind of rule over this land and everything. So we'll see. We will see. And I think he is also the daimyo. I don't know if that's, I can't remember if that's exactly how they pronounce it, but I wrote it down according to the subtitles. I think it's daimyo. I think I'm pretty sure it's daimyo. Which is he's like the new position of power. He's the new leader and everything. So I think that might be the official kind of title for it, the official term for it. So that's cool. So he's the new daimyo. So that's cool. That's cool. And yeah, I mean, I definitely, I feel like not a lot happened on either. I feel like I think for the most part, both sides were fairly balanced this episode. I think this episode, both sides, both flashback and present day, were fairly balanced. But I think if you really had to look at it, I feel like maybe like a fair amount more, quite a fair amount more actually happened in the actual flashbacks, actually showing what he did and how he got to how he survived for as long as he did. Because I think in the present day we didn't really kind of see him doing much besides from accepting tributes and going out into the town and seeing the town that he now kind of somewhat ruled over, and like meeting people and doing that kind of stuff. So nothing too leadery, but still like him kind of like him doing the baseline level of duties expected of a leader. And I think especially I think already what's different about him too. I think especially is that I think Fennec pointing out that Jabba, I think Jabba establishing that as the leader, he had to be carried around on that giant kind of bed thing and be carried around by people and actually be paraded around as the kind of extravagant leader that he was. But then with Boba, he's like, no, you know what? I got 2 feet, I got 2 legs, I got arms, I got legs, I got a body, and I'm more than happy to use it for myself. Like he is the kind of he is more than happy to plaster himself across town as an actual independent leader. He can carry himself, he can walk himself, he's more than happy to actually carry his own weight and to actually, be independent of himself and to actually try to and carry himself as much as possible. So I think, I think both literally and also metaphorically, it's just like it's already a great example of like exactly what kind of leader he's going to be. Like he's going to trust his own person, he's going to trust his own instincts, he's going to be his own kind of leader with the actual kind of advisory, with the advice and the actual support Fennec by his side too. So, and I feel like with that too, I think it's going to be a really interesting dynamic to see there too. Because I think even between the two of them, they both see each other as equals and as partners. Like he does not expect he like in no way does Boba expect Fennec to actually kind of bow down to him or stand behind him or to actually, not just follow. So, I mean, if he asks her to do something, she will do it, and he even knows that if he asks her to kill someone or to actually make an example of someone, then she'll be more than happy to do it. But he knows better than to give her orders in that way. Like he knows that she's not just some kind of subservient or subordinate. Like she isn't equal to him in this leadership. Like he will ask her for advice. He will ask her for her perspective. He will ask her to weigh in. He will ask her to carry out certain kind of duties for him, and she will do that because she knows that it's equally her position too. Like she is essentially his second in command. But then it's not second in command in the way that she does whatever he asks him to. But it's easily a second in command. That if he ever needs her to, then she will take over for him. In that sense, he is actually when he's with her, he is trusting her with equal amounts of power. But then when he needs to go away, or if he needs to ever kind of actually shift some power to her, then he fully trusts her with it. He trusts that she knows what she's doing. He trusts that she will make the right decisions, and she kind of, actually reciprocates that with him being the actual leader and everything. So seeing that kind of dynamic between them in this episode, and actually kind of looking forward to seeing it in the rest of the season is going to be really, really fun too. So just already seeing their teamwork and already seeing their partnership together is just easily just like a blessing. It's easily amazing to see. So seeing them as characters and as an actual duo as well is going to be really cool to see. So that should be fun. But yeah, I think back to the other point I was making. I think it definitely feels like a lot more happened in the actual on the actual flashback side of him actually doing stuff and getting to places and actually kind of engaging with the people around him. But then the modern day stuff kind of did the present day stuff did actually kind of still focus like a bit more on him kind of carrying out the bare minimum of him being a leader. So I think come the next episode and the coming episodes after that, we'll see more of him actually engaging with the other people, and even having people coming in from out of town and actually seeing who he is and meeting him for the first time, actually getting first impressions and everything. So, and even seeing how the flashbacks are carried on throughout the rest of the season too, seeing exactly how quickly and how well they actually catch up to where we see him in Mando season 2, and seeing exactly what else he goes through, and how how else he recovers, and how he kind of deals with the Tuscans and everything else around him will be cool. So yeah, for a first episode, this was great. For a first episode, I think for a first episode, this was a really solid intro. Like nothing too energetic, nothing too dramatic. But the first, like an appropriately calm, but still kind of fairly kind of action, like a fairly action packed kind of intro to season. And I think it didn't really need to be anything absolutely kind of mind blowing. It just kind of need to kind of be like, oh hey, you remember Boba Fett? Well, this is where he is now. So it pretty much nailed it for me, and I think I definitely enjoyed it as an actual season opener and as a series opener, so that was perfectly fine for me. So yeah, let me know what you thought. What your thoughts are on this as an opener, and what you're looking forward to in the coming episodes of this season, and how you feel about Boba Fett as a character, and what you're looking forward to being explored here, and what stories of his you've enjoyed previously, and stuff like that, and any kind of thoughts you have on this as an opener and everything. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So that was the Book of Boba Fett season 1, chapter 1 as well. So yeah, that is it. So thank you guys as always so much for being here and for watching this episode, and for watching this video as well. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on the Book of Boba Fett. Once again, full-length reaction over on Patreon, so you can go check that over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.